ask a quick question, and I'll get back to it later, because I have a little bit of a story that everybody knows of, but it's great to hear again. But first I got a little question. How are your outlooks and your obstacles? Just keep that in mind. So now, I'm going to read through Job, and part of Job. It's Job 1, 6 through 22 in the NLT if anybody wants to read along. It says, by the way, it's Job's first test. So I gotta let you guys know. It says, one day, the members of the heavenly court came to present themselves before the Lord, and the accuser Satan came with them. Satan answered the Lord, I have been patrolling the earth, watching everything that's going on. Then the Lord asked Satan, have you noticed my servant Job? He is the finest man in all the earth. He is blameless, a man of complete integrity. He fears God and stays away from evil. Real quick, wouldn't that be amazing? Like, I know Job didn't hear that. But just think about if Job heard that. Like, you realize Job never told, God never told Job that. But that's what he was saying to someone, the greatest enemy of all. He was saying that to them. So think about what God's saying about you, how amazing you are. I just want to say that real quick. Keep that in your mind. I'm going to go on. Then, Satan replied to the Lord, yes, but Job has good reason to fear God. You've always put a wall of protection around him and his home and his property. You made him prosper in everything he does. Look how rich he is. But reach out and take away everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face. Wow. It's a bold statement for anybody, especially someone who popped off at God and said bye to where he originally was. Anyways, said, all right, you may test him. The Lord said to Satan, do whatever you want with him physically. Everything you want. Do whatever you want with everything he possesses, but don't harm him physically. So Satan left the Lord's presence. Now, go on a little bit. It says, one day when Job's sons and daughters were feasting at the oldest brother's house, a messenger arrived at Job's home with the news. Your oxen were plowing, but the donkeys feeding beside them. Then the Sabians raided us. They stole all the animals and killed all of the farmhands. I'm the only one who escaped to tell you. I don't know about you guys. I would have been like, what? Hold on a second. You're telling me that all my animals are dead? Like my livestock, like they're gone? See, yeah. It says, while he was speaking, another messenger arrived with the news. The fire of God has fallen from heaven and burned up your sheep and all the shepherds. I am the only one who escaped to tell you. Wait a second. There was just some bad news that was said. But then right after that, more bad news. Let's keep on going. While he was still speaking, a third messenger arrived with this news. 3 bands of, is it Chaldean? Chaldean, thank you. I had it and I forgot. Raiders have stolen your camels and killed your servants. I am the only one who escaped the temple. Bad news on bad news on bad news. It says even more. It says, while he was still speaking, another messenger arrived with this news. Guys, Job is just having a horrible day. You guys, this is back to back. It says, their sons and daughters were feasting in their oldest brother's home. Suddenly, a powerful wind swept in from the wilderness and hit the house on all sides. The house collapsed, and all your children are dead. I'm the only one who escaped to tell you. Wow. Bad on bad on bad on bad. Guys, in our daily lives, we can't handle our pencil breaking without getting stressed out. And Job just had everything taken away from him. Wow, but listen to this. Job stood up and tore his robe in grief. Then he shaved his head and fell to the ground in worship. He said, I came naked from my mother's womb, and I will be naked when I leave. The Lord gave me what I had, and the Lord has taken it away. We would expect this next thing to say, like, curse him and all this, but it says, praise the name of the Lord. What? Praise the name. His family just died. All of the things he owned are gone. And he still said, praise the name of the Lord. In all this, Job did not sin by blaming God. Quick thing, and I really want some crowd interaction with this. I do. You can do this, Christian. It's okay. Has anybody had a hard week? If anybody has had anything that they've been through this week at all, raise your hand. If you've had anything that you went through this week.
That's bad.
Yeah. I saw some hands. Alright. Raise your hands again if you did. Alright, cool. If you're sitting next to someone who raised their hand, look over at them and say, man, you must be important.
He must be important.
He must be so important.
You hear what you guys just said? You must be important. You see, because something I've learned, right, is that the devil tempts and goes after the people who actually are trying to do something in God. Because if you're not doing anything for God, the devil has nothing to say to you. He's fine. He's like, I already got him. I already got her. It's set. It's done. It's finished. Just think of that. Oh my gosh. So I'll ask again, how is the outlook of your obstacles? How's the outlook? How are you looking at what happened to you at some point this week? I'm guessing we would say it's a bad thing because I said, yeah, if it was something bad. You see, the thing is that, is it really a bad thing? Yes. Realistically, worldly, naturalistically, it would seem like a bad thing. Oh, you have someone that passed away. It seems like a really, really bad thing. Oh, you know, money's tight. Money didn't come in as we planned this week. You know, it's going to be hard to get groceries. It's going to be hard to do that payment. Is it really as bad as it seems? Is that problem really bad? Or is it really just a gateway for God to do something else that we're not focusing on? You know, like the song "Do It Again." You know how we just sung that. You know, I've seen you move, and you'll do it again. Maybe you move mountains. I believe you'll do it again. If God can move mountains, you're telling me He can't pay your electric bill? You're telling me that He can't ensure you that loved one is in a better place? You're telling me He can't fill you with that joy? You see, something I've realized is that I don't want to be happy. Whoa, awesome. That's a weird statement. You don't want to be happy, like depression? No. I don't want to be happy. Being happy is a worldly thing. I want to be joyous. Because joy is of the Lord. Wow. See, another thing. Ecclesiastes, as it was written, because the author author of it, as far as we know, is Solomon. And it is a natural and worldly outlook on life. And I read that without even telling you. But yeah, Ecclesiastes 5:13, and I forgot what else I said, but I'll tell you just a second. Ecclesiastes 5:13 through 17 in the Message. It says, here's a piece of bad luck I've seen happen. A man hoards far more wealth than is good for him, and then loses it all on a bad business deal. He fathered a child, but hasn't a cent left to give him. He arrived naked from the womb of his mother. He'll leave in a bad position, with nothing. This is bad luck for sure. Naked he came, naked he went. So what was the point of working for a salary of smoke? All for a miserable life spent in the dark. But wait a second. That says he arrived naked from the womb of his mother, and he'll leave in the same condition, with nothing. Naked he came, naked he went. A little bit more on this Solomon I was talking about. He's writing this after I could say tough life. See, Solomon was given the gift of wisdom, right? Becoming the wisest man of his time. But later on in his life, he sought after other things instead of God, and ended up losing that sight from focusing on those other things. That's the basis of what happened. And because of that, he started doing what Ecclesiastes really kind of shows. It's the naturalistic or worldly outlook on life. The way Satan wants us to feel. Like I said, I think that's funny with that verse, because back in Job, it says the same thing. But Ecclesiastes was Solomon with a worldly view, a naturalistic point of view. To where we think that, all these things that are said in the Bible can't really happen. All these miracles that we don't see every day because we're too blinded by we're not going to be able to pay the bill. I'm having trouble in my own relationship. I don't feel worthy enough. I don't feel like I should stand on a stage in front of people and talk. We have that kind of mindset. That's why I said, how are your outlooks on your obstacles? Are they really obstacles? You see, Job had his eyes on God. And as it goes further and further in Job, he loses more and more, right? Tempted by all these things, but he knew that God was on his side. And that he would be, like the song said, he would be victorious. He saw the obstacles as an opportunity to obey the Master, overcome his temptation. I'll ask one more time. What is our outlook on our obstacles? Are they really as bad as they seem? You see, we did this skit a while ago where I believe it was Matthew and I, yeah. See, he was at a bus stop. And he portrayed this man who was in a rough spot. He was doubting God. His family wasn't really working out. There was complications with his job, all this. And this other random person walked up. That random person wasn't random. It was God. And so God sat next to him on a bench and asked him questions. And he was saying, oh, well, is this problem at work? I may not. I honestly, let me go with this. There's these problems with I think it was something along the lines of family and stuff. And then God was counteracting everything he said. He said, oh, well, I'm having this problem at work and stuff, but it was like, didn't I just give you a promotion for your job? didn't that just happen? Oh, but he got in a wreck. That's what happened. And he was like, but now, I'm gonna get fired. And the child was like, but didn't I just give you a promotion? If I can do one thing for you, if you obey me, if I can do one thing for you, then who says I'm not gonna do more? Amen? It's maybe a little all over the place, but I think it's coming to one thing. And I want you guys to keep on thinking about that. How or what is your outlook on your obstacles? Are they really obstacles? And if they truly are, pray about it. If you want to pray about it tonight, we got a lovely pastor who would love to pray about it. Pretty sure he would. He's shaking his head right there. Hey Ted, come on back up here. Yeah, man. Hey, you guys. Before we end off all of this, because I'm gonna give the mic to Papa. That's just what we do. I want to sing a little bit more of "Do It Again," because no matter what obstacles you're going through, no matter your outlook on the obstacles, if God did it before, He can do it again. Right. Amen. Amen. While we wait for them. Now let's go. Hey, Papa, come on.
Both Solomon and Job had a realization that they come into the world and they were going to go out. Think about it. Solomon, he had great wisdom. He just didn't know how to handle women, which puts him in the same class with a lot of us men. But Job, never turned against God by blaming Him for what happened. And Solomon, he didn't blame God for what happened to him. In the end, Solomon said, "There's only one thing that counts. Unless you spend your life seeking God." Because when you get your right focus and your right place, it don't matter. You're with God and whatever the circumstances are, you find that place. Now, are you looking for God to move tonight? Are you needing God to move? Are you fighting with an issue, an obstacle? Are you struggling with anything? The best way to deal with a struggle is that give it up, ask for help, ask God to come into the situation. It makes a huge difference. That's what this song is about. I've seen you move. You move the mountains. You ever had any mountains moving in your life? I know I have. Big ones. So if He can do it once, He can do it again. My goodness. Are we ready? We're ready to let Him just take us place. Right now, Father God, we love you. God, thank you for the word awesome, bro. Lord, let us just rejoice and praise your name. Good.
I've seen you move. You move the mountains, and I believe I'll see you do it again. You made a way when there waiting